Module 7, Advanced Topics. Animation for video games and interactive media. Animation plays a crucial role in video games and interactive media, bringing characters, objects, and environments to life and enhancing the overall player experience. Here's an overview of animation for video games and interactive media. 1. Game character animation. In video games, characters are often animated to perform a wide range of actions, such as running, jumping, attacking, and interacting with the game world. Character animation in games requires creating realistic movements, expressions, and behaviors that are responsive to player input and game mechanics. This involves animating characters using keyframe animation, motion capture, or a combination of both, and integrating the animations into the game engine for real-time playback. 2. Object and environmental animation. Objects and environments in video games can also be animated to add interactivity and dynamism to the game world. This can include animating doors, vehicles, weather effects, and other objects or environmental elements that can be interacted with by the player or controlled by game mechanics. These animations are typically created using keyframe animation, physics simulations, or procedural techniques, and are often integrated into the game engine for real-time rendering. 3. Cutscene animation. Cutscenes are pre-rendered or real-time sequences in video games that advance the story or provide narrative context. Cutscene animation involves creating cinematic quality animations for storytelling purposes, using keyframe animation, motion capture, or a combination of techniques. Cutscene animations may feature dialogue, facial expressions, camera movements, and other cinematic elements to create compelling storytelling experiences for players. 4. User interface (UI) animation. UI animations are used in video games and interactive media to enhance the visual feedback and usability of the user interface. This can include animated buttons, menus, icons, transitions, and other visual elements that respond to player input and provide feedback. UI animations are typically created using keyframe animation or scripting techniques and are often integrated into the game engine or interactive media platform. 5. Interactive animations. In interactive media, such as interactive storytelling, virtual reality experiences, and augmented reality applications, animations can be used to create interactive and immersive experiences for users. This can include animating characters or objects that respond to user input, creating dynamic environments that change based on user interactions, and using animations to guide users through the interactive experience. 6. Game engine animation tools. Many game engines, such as Unity, Unreal Engine, and others, provide built-in animation tools and systems that allow animators to create, manage, and integrate animations directly into the game engine. These tools often support keyframe animation, motion capture, and other animation techniques, and provide features such as blending, layering, and parameter-driven animations for creating complex and interactive animations within the game engine environment. Animation for video games and interactive media requires a solid understanding of animation principles, as well as the technical skills to work with game engines, animation software, and interactive platforms. It also involves close collaboration with game designers, programmers, and other members of the development team to ensure that the animations integrate seamlessly into the interactive experience and contribute to the overall gameplay and storytelling. Advanced animation techniques. Advanced animation techniques refer to more complex and specialized methods used in animation to achieve specific visual effects or storytelling goals. These techniques go beyond the basic principles of animation and require a higher level of skill, expertise, and creativity. Here are some examples of advanced animation techniques. 1. Motion capture. Motion capture, also known as mocap, is a technique that involves capturing the movements of real-life actors or objects and transferring them to digital characters or objects in animation. This technique allows for highly realistic and natural animations, as it captures the nuances of human motion and transfers them to the animated characters. Motion capture is commonly used in movies, video games, and other forms of animation to achieve realistic character animations, especially for complex movements such as fighting, dancing, or sports. 2. Particle animation. Particle animation involves animating particles, such as smoke, fire, water, or other small elements, to create realistic or stylized visual effects. Particle animation can add depth, texture, and dynamism to animations and is often used in special effects, environmental animations, or magical or fantastical elements in animation. Particle animation is typically created using specialized software or plugins that allow animators to control the behavior, appearance, and movement of particles. 3. Fluid simulation. Fluid simulation is a technique used to animate the behavior of liquids, such as water, mud, or other fluids, in animation. Fluid simulation involves complex mathematical calculations and physics-based simulations to create realistic fluid movement, interactions, and behaviors. Fluid simulation is often used in visual effects, environmental animations, or simulations in animation and requires specialized software and expertise in physics-based simulations. 4. Procedural animation. Procedural animation is a technique that involves using algorithms or rules to generate animations automatically, without hand-keying every frame. Procedural animation can be used to create complex animations, such as crowds, foliage, or natural phenomena, and allows for dynamic and adaptive animations that respond to changing conditions or parameters. Procedural animation is often used in video games, simulations, or visual effects, and requires programming or scripting skills. 5. Nonlinear animation. Nonlinear animation refers to animations that are not limited to a linear timeline but can branch or change dynamically based on user interactions or other triggers. Nonlinear animation is commonly used in interactive media, such as video games, virtual reality experiences, or interactive storytelling, to create dynamic and adaptive animations that respond to user input or other variables. Nonlinear animation requires a thorough understanding of animation principles, as well as programming or scripting skills to create branching or interactive animations. 6. Experimental animation techniques. Animation is a medium that allows for limitless creativity, and advanced animators often push the boundaries of traditional animation techniques to create unique and experimental animations. This can include techniques such as abstract animation, mixed media animation, collage animation, hand-drawn experimental techniques, or unconventional use of animation software or tools. Experimental animation techniques require a high level of creativity, innovation, and artistic vision, and can result in visually stunning and thought-provoking animations. Advanced animation techniques require a deep understanding of animation principles, as well as specialized skills, software, and tools. They are often used in professional animation studios, visual effects studios, video game development, and other advanced animation applications where a high level of creativity, technical expertise, and innovation is required to achieve specific visual effects or storytelling goals. Career paths in animation. A career in animation can offer a wide range of opportunities in various industries, including film, television, advertising, video games, virtual reality, web design, and more. Here are some common career paths in animation. 1. Character animator. Character animators are responsible for bringing animated characters to life by creating their movements, expressions, and performances. They use their artistic and technical skills to create animations that convey emotions, actions, and interactions of characters. Character animators may work in film, television, video games, or other industries where animated characters are used. 2. Storyboard artist. Storyboard artists create visual storyboards that help to plan and visualize the story, composition, and pacing of an animation or film. They work closely with directors, writers, and other members of the production team to create visual representations of scenes and shots that guide the production process. Storyboard artists are essential in the pre-production stage of animation and can work in film, television, advertising, video games, and other industries. 3. 3D modeler. 3D modelers create 3D models of characters, objects, environments, and props that are used in 3D computer animation. They use specialized software to create detailed 3D models that are textured, rigged, and ready for animation. 3D modelers may work in film, television, video games, virtual reality, and other industries where 3D computer animation is used. 4. Visual effects, VFX, artist. VFX artists create visual effects using a combination of live-action footage and digital animation. They work on films, television shows, commercials, and other projects to create visual elements that are difficult or impossible to achieve in live action. VFX artists use specialized software and techniques to create visual effects such as explosions, creatures, environments, and other fantastical or realistic elements. 5. Stop-motion animator. Stop-motion animators create animations by capturing a series of frames, one at a time, using physical objects or puppets. They manipulate the objects or puppets between frames to create the illusion of movement. Stop-motion animators work in film, television, advertising, and other industries where stop-motion animation is used, and may specialize in different techniques such as claymation, puppet animation, or cutout animation. 6. Motion graphics designer. Motion graphics designers create animated graphics for various media, including television, advertising, web design, social media, and more. They use animation software to create visually appealing and dynamic animations that convey information, promote products, or enhance visual storytelling. Motion graphics designers often work in advertising agencies, design studios, or in-house creative departments. 7. Game animator. Game animators create animations for video games, including character animations, object animations, environmental animations, and more. They work closely with game designers, artists, and programmers to create animations that integrate seamlessly into the gameplay and enhance the player's experience. Game animators may specialize in different animation styles, such as realistic, cartoony, or stylized, depending on the type of game and its art direction. 8. Previsualization. Previs artist. Previs artists create rough, pre-visualized animations that help to plan and visualize the overall structure, pacing, and composition of an animation or film. They work with directors, cinematographers, and other members of the production team to create rough animations that serve as a blueprint for the final animation. Previs artists are typically employed in the pre-production stage of animation and work in film, television, video games, and other industries. 9. Animation director. Animation directors oversee the entire animation production process, from pre-production to post-production, and ensure that the creative vision and technical aspects of the animation are realized. They work closely with the production team, including animators.
Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.